We now come to the 38th Shloka of Soundarya Lahari that pertains to Anahata Chakra. Once again, you see the imagery of Anahata, where there is again, of course, a feminine and a masculine counterpart, both these feminine and masculine energies coming together at Anahata. And them coming together is resulting in some other feminine form that is white in color. Who that is, who is that goddess at Anahata, etc. There are many other aspects of that. There is more lore corresponding to that chakra. This has 12 petals, like Vishuddhi had 16, corresponding to all the vowels. With Vishuddhi, all the vowels were done. Anahata and below correspond to all the consonants of the Sanskrit language. So the 12 petals at Anahata correspond to the 12 consonants of Sanskrit that end in lam. It's, again, I've made videos corresponding to this. There is more detail corresponding to the letters, the sounds of Sanskrit at all the 7 chakras in Shat Chakra Nirupanam. It's a different text. But what I want you to focus here is there is 12 chakras, 12 petals, 12 channels of energy, roughly branched above and below as 6, 6, because Anahata is at the center, it's at the heart, where all the chakras above, the 3 above and the 3 below chakras come together. So it has those masculine and feminine energies coming together as well. It has the instinct of survival and the pursuit of exploring and to grow, both of them meeting again. A confluence of contradictions happens at Anahata. We'll come back to this imagery. Coming to the prayoga of this shloka, it is to be done facing east for 45 days, chanting it for 1000 times every single day, with an Naivedya of Masha Pupaha. We looked at what this means. This is the Medu Vada in normal terminology. It is the green gram Vada. There is no English translation for a Vada, guys. You can look it up. Kadali and Narikela Phalas again, which is a banana and a coconut. And the Siddhi that pertains to this is Bala Arishta Dosha Nivaranam. Any kind of Arishta, which means an unwanted troubles, diseases, or any karmic influences that especially affect children. This shloka, sadhana of this shloka takes care of that. This is the yantra that is prescribed for the sadhana of this shloka. We'll now chant the shloka first. You can follow this along with me. Then we'll do it word by word. Then understand the meaning of the entire shloka. And then chant it one more time. Samunmilat samvet kamala makarandai bhaje ham sadvandvam kimapi mahatam manasacharam yadalapadashta dasha gunita vidya parinate yada datte doshad gunamakhila paya iva. Repeat the individual words after me. The whole first line is just one word. Samunmilat samvit kamala makarandaika rasikam. Is denoting to one entity. Something is being referred to that whole word, but that is the whole description of that word. It is split as sam unnumilat. If we keep splitting it, we can split it to very, very fine divisions, like sam ut milat, like that. But samunmilat samvit kamala makaranda eka rasikam. All these words coming together. These words in themselves are coming together of sounds, like samun milat is sam ut milat, and makaranda, again, it can be split further and further. But general colloquial usage, these are individual words. Samun milat samvit kamala makarandaika rasikam bhaje, not bhaje, bhaje hamsadvandvam kimapi mahatam Manasacharam. This is not one single word exactly, but the sounds are merged together because of because they render themselves like that. It can be split as Yadalapat Ashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi. That is the split of words, but in general it is just chanted as one single flow. Yadalapa Dashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi, where the individual words are Yat Alapat Ashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi. This becomes Yadalapa Dashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi. Make sure that this Sha, Ashta and Dasha, the Ush sound, the Ushmana sounds, the breath sounds there are uttered distinctly. Ashtadasha, the Ashta Sha is different from Dasha Sha. Yadalapa Dashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi. Yadadatte, it is split as Yat Adatte. The next word, Doshad Guna Makhila Madbhyah. Doshad Gunam Akhilam Adbhyah is Adbhyah. You can rewind this part and hear it if you're having trouble even hearing Adbhyah. It's not Adbhyah. The is Alpa Prana, Bha is Mahaprana sound. Doshad Guna Makhila Madbhyah Paya Iva. The last two words, Paya Iva. Very beautiful description of Anahata again. Let's see how to understand that. So, as you see, there are three main ideas that are being conveyed in this shloka. Don't worry that there are three main ideas. They are all connected to each other, but they form little stories of their own, little separate ideas of their own. And all the other words of the shloka that describe this main idea further are layered one level below it, both vertically and horizontally. They are cascading, so that the lowermost layer describes this, the parent layer, and this layer, this word describes its parent layer, and so on. The first idea that is being conveyed is Kimapi Hamsa Dvandvam Bhaje. The word bhaje can be easily translated I worship. Close translation, bhaja is to again contemplate upon, to worship, to relish. All of them put together becomes bhaje. What does bhajan translate? Is it a chant? Is it worship? Is it just enjoyment? It is all of them happening at once. So I worship, I bhaje hamsa dvandvam. Dvandva, very easy to translate because the duo and dvandva share same sounds. Dva means two in multiple world languages. Dvandvam bhaje. I worship the duo, the duet, the couple of hamsas. Now hamsa, to translate that into English, we can roughly somewhere put it as the couple of swans at Anahata. But are they really swans? Well, Hamsa in itself has a much deeper connotation. Like I said, it is a bird for sure, but it's not just another physical bird like Chataka and Chakora that we saw in the previous shloka. It is a metaphorical, a mystical depiction to the breath itself, the couple of streams of breath that is going in and that is mixing here, that is uniting here at Anahata. That Hamsa Dvandvam Bhaje. I worship that couple of swans. It's fine. Because poetically, they take this metaphor of birds further. That, the birds come together, they are dancing as a pair and all of that. Okay, so far the translations were good. Kimapi Hamsa Dvandvam Bhaje. That Kim Api is even harder to translate into English because Kim Api literally in English means whatever. But what whatever? Kim is what? Api also. But Kim Api. a more poetic way of putting kimapi in this context would be that one. Oh, that. It's saying not whatever as casual, just dismissal, but a more profound pointing that not just another couple of swans, but that one couple of swans. I don't even know if this explanation is making any justice to that word kimapi, but he is coyly pointing at something which is more layered in its expression than just a couple of birds. Kimapi means the Indic languages come slightly closer. Wo ek, wo jo, that in Hindi, and adedo in Telugu, adu oru in Tamil, and so on. So in multiple other Indian languages, it's slightly closer. It's, that comes closer to hinting at it. If you have better words, please let me know in both Zoom chat and YouTube chat. Maybe if it comes closer, I'll use that. But just literally translating kimapi is that one, that metaphorical hamsadvandvam, that couple of hamsas, that couple of swans I worship. Where do those swans roam? Charana, this movement. They stroll around in the manas of Mahatmas. Mahatma, great souls, those realized beings, the great ones. Manasa is the word manas. Again, this closer English word for it is mind, which shares the same sound, but majority of Western understanding has come to understand mind as a brain generated phenomena. Whereas the seat for manas, and it's is throughout the body in Indic understanding. So in the heart's minds, it's the heart and the mind kind of are interchangeably used when it comes to translating Sanskrit shlokas. But that pair of hamsas that stroll in the manas of those great beings is the closest apt translation for this words. And what does this feed on? What is the food for this couple of hamsas? Makaranda eka rasikam. Eka is solely one, unique and alone. Eka rasikam. Rasa is taste, juice, essence, relishing. Makaranda is honey or an extract. It's makaranda. We'll not go into the etymology of the whole thing, but makaranda eka rasikam. This pair of swans that solely relish that honey or that nectar. From where is that nectar coming from? Sam unmilat samvit kamala. That nectar is coming from the kamala, the lotus of what kind of a lotus? Samvit kamala. With and vidya again comes to realization. Let's just stick to broad, rough translations. Samvit kamala, the lotus of realization. Sam unmilat, the blossoming, blooming. Unmilana is to open up. That freshly opening up lotus of realization, that honey, this pair of swans relish. And these pair of swans that roam around, that dwell in the manas of all great beings, that couple of hamsas I worship. One key idea. Samunmilat samvit kamala makarandaika rasikam bhaje hamsadvandvam kimapi mahatam manasacharam. This idea is clear? I mean, I know it is a profound idea to make. It's not something that is too gross to visualize. It's something much more metaphorical. But still, I hope it's on our minds now. Now, he says, okay, now that we have a couple of swans there, yet alapat, upon whose singing, alapana is singing. Now they are starting to sing. And when those couple of swans at Anahata, at the heart, they start singing, parinatihi. parinata or purnatva or fulfillment. Parinati, he is wholeness or fulfillment. What kind of fulfillment arises when they start singing at the heart? Ashtadasha gunita vidya parinati. All kinds, all 18 different categories its knowledge is seen as. Ashtadasha gunita vidya parinati. There are again categorizations of what these 18 vidyas are. We'll not go into all that. All kinds of knowledge there is to realize when this couple of swans at Anahata start singing. That full-fledged fulfillment of all these kinds of knowledge comes forth, happens. That is the next key idea. The last key idea is yat adatte. And that hamsas, that couple of hamsas, bring forth. Adatte is that which takes forth, that which brings about. What does it bring about? Gunam akhilam. Guna is virtue. Akhila is all sorts of virtues. It brings forth all sorts of virtues. From where does it bring forth? From latent faults and all sorts of physical tendencies and all the distortions and all the compulsions that come with the physicality. Once this couple of swans at the heart bring forth virtues from all those faults. How does that do that? Adbhyaha paya iva. Like it separates milk from water that it has been mixed in, which is extremely subtle, which is a very difficult process to do, but which can happen when there is heat, that is applied heat of sadhana. But this hamsa, this breath, is supposed to be able to do that. Like a metaphorical hamsa separates, drinks milk up and leaves water behind. This is what they say it's capable of. Heat of sadhana with the breath brings about all the virtues from the latent physical compulsions and doshas. I hope all the words are clear now. Samunmilat samvit kamala makarandaikarasikam bhaje hamsadvandvam kimapi mahatam manasacharam yadalapad ashtadasha gunita vidya parinati yada datte doshat gunam akhilam adbhyah paya iva. Iva means like water is separated, like milk is separated from water. All the virtues are brought forth from latent doshas. Clear? I hope I'm somewhere patting myself on the back that okay, I did a decent enough job of explaining this. I hope I did, but if there are any questions, we'll look at it at the end of the session. We will now chant this shloka one more time as we... Hold on, guys. Let us now chant this shloka one more time. Now that we know the individual words to some extent of the meanings of all these words, let us now keep them in mind as we chant the shloka. You can now do it along with me. Samunmilat samvet kamala makarandai karasikam bhaje hamsadvandvam kimapi mahatam manasacharam yadalapadashta dasha gunita vidya parinati yada datte doshad gunamakhila madhyah paya iva.